Just a teeny bit of light coming up over here. And you say, Matthew, this area is completely covered by the outside of this jacket. It shouldn't be casting light. Well, everything is going to get a little bit of light. Otherwise, it turns out black. That's the only time there's no light shining on something, is if something is pitch black. So you're going to do a little bit of coloring in here. And it just gives a good shelving area. You know, if somebody looks at this, you're going to think, well, there's a little bit of light that can cast down here. You know, because light doesn't just travel in a straight line. It just spreads, you know. So while it's spreading over these areas, you're going to get a little bit of three-dimensional look to two-dimensional stuff. I'm just going to keep repeating myself until it makes sense. That could be never. Now, his hair is going to cover most of this. You know, so I could sit here and craze myself over all this, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do the shapes of his forehead, because he's got a scowl going on that could melt frickin' butter. That made no sense. Please disregard that last statement. It's just a heavy scowl. That's what I said the first time. If you don't believe me, I'll stab you with a badger. I could get a badger. Oh, that's what I missed. Line art missing. We'll fix that in a minute. See, this is the best part of coloring on a separate layer from your line art. You can fix things if you see something wrong. Usually I don't, because I'm freaking lazy. Every now and then I like to do a little Capcom thing with a little bit of sharp edges. My coloring kind of give a little bit of texture to a certain area. So we're going to darken this up, Pearl. Now, see how you keep all the little shapes in his face that weren't there before? Because shading can be just as important as line art. Not always, and you can't rely on colors to save your ass all the time, but they really do every now and then. Now, what I was talking about before here is how his hair is going to fall in front of his face. So it's going to make a cast shadow. Now, how close you put that shadow to the object tells you how close that object is to whatever it's casting a shadow on. Since his hair is kind of sticking out here, that way, I'm going to put cast shadows down here. That's the way those would fall if I was ahead of myself. But I'm not, so I'm going to show you those in a second. Because I want to do the contouring on his face, the rendering. Because he's got a really angular face. And yeah, he's ugly, but I just like an interesting looking face. So, and since all my girls look frickin' just the same, yeah, I've seen those comments. I know that people say that, and I'm okay with it. I'm working on it, so I'm not that okay with it. Why do you people hate me? Stop it. Frickin' badger. Stab you. Now, my selections are not the gospel, so they're just selections I like to make, the kind of things that I like to see in a face. I like to see that upper lip area under the nose just really push out a bit. So that's why you'll see on all my drawings, there's always a cast shadow from the nose. Regardless if I throw any other cast shadows around, there's always one from the nose, because it really just gives that depth and break in the face. You know, the chin dips in when it gets up towards the lips, you know, and everybody has a different face, but it's kind of neat to throw little contours here and there. You don't want to do too many, though, because it makes people look old. And if you're doing an old person, great, it works. If not, probably shouldn't. Like that, because that extra little notch under Gambit's eye made him look really old. Alright, that's a little better. Now, let's do the eyes. Now I'm selecting 2 colors here just because it's one area and I don't want to kill myself trying to think of too much. Almost made the light source change. Haha. Testing you, seeing if you picked up on that. Shut up. Okay, so we got our contouring in here. Everything's pretty much done, but this is where you get to monkey around and do those little cast shadows that make things look a little bit deeper, you know. So this is where you're going to have to start counting clicks, you know, to make things uniform. You got your little gray shading up here for the black. I'm going to just do a couple in here to make it darker, but not as dark as the rest. But because you have 2 different tones down here and up here, you want to make sure things kind of stick around the same thing. You know, it doesn't have to be exact, but it helps. And I screwed something up here. Haha. Because I forgot to finish my selections once I was done. Nice hair. It goes all the way up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now his hair is shining on his, or shadowing his face. But that's a little too dark for a cast shadow. So let's just do undo. Because it kind of looked too much like the rest of the shading on his face, which would have just been a hard close-up shadow. And that's not the case here. So that's basically it. Now you can always do anything else you want to as far as softening up edges or whatever. Some people, oh wait, I'm not done. Got a couple more things to color. But softening up edges with a blur tool, or if you're not lazy, you know, using a brush of some sort, you know, feathering with a gradient. Any of these things can work out just fine. It's just a matter of practicing until you get a technique that you really like. Yeah, that's basically it. Go back into your line art layer here. Get a black color because I forgot to draw the rest of his jawline. He just would have looked like a chinless freak. And you barely notice it, but I notice it. And the people that criticize you the worst are yourself. So that's a wrap on that. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully it was informative. If not, oh well, I did my best. Have a good night.